Hello everyone, and I'm Beastly Eel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Season 3 premiere of My Adventures with Superman. So in this episode, it starts off with Kara and Clark going to the ship that Brainiac was on, I believe, which is now changed completely. Oh no, I think it was the Sector Sanctum. Either way, the idea was they were going to put Brainiac's AI into it to kind of keep him, I guess you would say, locked up is the best way to describe it. So Kara decides to say goodbye to her father, who again happens to be Brainiac, and we definitely we hear some of the most depressing stuff of all time, which is basically Brainiac stating that Clark will never appreciate her because he knows the kind of monster she is, and Kara shouldn't get too excited about staying there, mostly due to the fact that she knows how much of a monster she truly is. And that really messes with her immediately. While that's going on, the robots are trying to get Clark to do stuff for Krypton, basically, and Clark is very much like, "Whoa, let's calm it down. Let's take it one step at a time. I got a lot of stuff to do." And they don't seem too thrilled about that. And when they leave, because Kara leaves, very distraught, he then goes after her. The robots basically go, "They're not very Kryptonian, or he's not very Kryptonian. We're gonna have a problem," which I thought was very interesting to say the least. So that being said, we then go get them to go to, I guess it's Halloween, which is interesting to me. So it's Halloween, and they're all trying to get dressed up and enjoy the holiday. So Kara is not being or not using any secret identity. She's admitting that she is Supergirl and that she is friends with um, Firebird, aka Jimmy. So it looks like those two are starting to date. However, apparently neither one of them know what dating is, so they're not. Their costumes are from a show that they watched together, and then Clark and Lois are Frankenstein and her monster, which I thought was kind of cool. So they're at the Kent farm, kind of promoting pumpkin carving and everything else. And so the idea is they're going to, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Nope, I guess not. So the big thing is they're trying to get um, all these people to go to it and everything else. And who else shows up but Lois's father? So he explains to her kind of what's going on, and this is kind of the plan of like what's going on now that he's retired, and he found out that there was this underground facility. Well, I shouldn't say that. There was a facility that was being done for experimental DNA experimentation from Day Zero, which happens to be the Kryptonian invasion. And he basically tells Lois to tell Superman, so he'll go there to investigate. Lois decides she's going to go there with him, along with Jimmy and obviously Kara. So the four of them make it there. The facility is basically just a bunch of empty buildings. And so they're clearly like something's going on, something's not right, right? So they find this empty shaft that was ripped open and then put back on. So they obviously know something has been in there. They also noticed a deer that was fused with a dog right down the side, which was something I was not prepared for, nor did I want to be prepared for, I'll tell you that. Um, so that, like I said, that was happening, and it was so they go down deeper into it. They start seeing all the experimentations done. We see a bunch of different experiments that looked like they failed. There was one that looked like it could be Doomsday in the future. However, none of that is confirmed. However, we find out that there was one successful clone and then one dog, question mark, more like very much powerful alien on four legs. And it was so they were going through everything, and they found out that they had been successful at creating a clone with Kryptonian DNA. So in that, they were able to find out that this Kryptonian, granted it's a clone, was raised to be kind. The doctor was able to get them to understand kindness and that the world would not understand them, but they had to be prepared to be kind no matter what. So then a Kryptonian machine tries to go after all of them, and Clark is dealing with it. Kara is also helping out as well. They finally destroy the robot enough to shut it down. They then meet the Kryptonian clone, which was this bigger, bulkier version of Clark, and basically tells him, I don't want to hurt you or anything like that. Like, you're free to do what you want. And he leaves with his little dog, who has ice powers, ice vision, I should say. So with that, he goes to Earth or goes to the surface and realizes that it's going to be a great thing. The Kryptonian robot, was actually created by Lex from LexCorp, where they found out that the cloning was successful to a certain degree, but they don't know all the details. And obviously, their findings were insufficient, mostly due to the fact that their robot was destroyed. So because of that, they weren't able to like confirm what was kind of going on down there. So, like I said, um, we find out that that clone is actually Bizarro, thanks to the credits, because we would have not known otherwise. So he's now onto the surface world with his little dog, and I'll be very curious to see what happens next. We have Lex and Deathstroke, who were standing in front of who will become Cyborg Superman. So I'm very excited to see where all this goes. Like I said, we got introduced to a new character, Bizarro, which was not one of the characters that were shown in the trailers. So we are still looking for Superboy, and we are technically we saw the starting point of Cyborg Superman. So I cannot wait to see where that goes. In the future. But for a first episode, what a heck of a way to start. We also had Lois and Clark dealing with their emotions, mostly due to the fact that Clark is ready to settle down and have a family, and Lois is definitely not ready yet, if ready at all. And she basically explains, like, why are you like so hell bent on this? And he's like, well, because I almost died from Brainiac, and this is what I've been thinking about the entire time. And she's like, oh, well, this is not what I'm thinking about right now, Clark. I'm thinking about the future of like my career and things of that nature. So there's definitely some tension in their relationship, and we'll have to see how it goes for the future of the show. But for now, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.